Corrine, thank you so much for being here today and joining Loretta at Parkview as well. We're so happy that you got your loan closed and you're moving in. It sounds like you're moving in next week, so it's awesome. We just want to ask you a few questions to help her clients, Parkview's client, understand the process and what you go through to get home, because a lot of people don't think it's possible, right? So how long have you been trying to purchase a home?
Well, not actively trying, because I honestly didn't think that it was going to be possible for me. But once I became a single mom 3 years ago, then I went into the rental, renting a place for my son and I. And I just didn't think I wanted to be a homeowner, because that's equity that you're just automatically putting in every single month, rather than, oh, here you go, landlord. That's it. But so actively, I mean, I guess just for a couple months, because honestly, I didn't think it was possible until I found out about Parkview.
Yeah, so why didn't you think it was possible? Is just because you just hear the news not possible? Because a lot of Parkview clients have the same fear. Like there's a fear, and it's not reality. We could make it work. Is it because of lack of information, or is it your own fear, or something that told you is not possible?
It was just lack of equity. So to be a homeowner, I just anticipated that I would have to have 20% down if I wanted to go with a conventional loan. Or if it was FHA, I knew that the monthly payments would be a lot higher because of the mortgage insurance that would have to be attached to that. And I knew that I wasn't going to be able to spend per month for what I wanted to get in a home. It just wouldn't have been feasible.
I think that's called affordability nowadays, right? Homes are so expensive. It's just not affordable anymore. And people, even though maybe you can do it, but it's like you can't make the monthly payment because you have other obligations. And Parkview program bridge that gaps, right?
Yes,
So
exactly.
that's where they come in and try to make the payment affordable. Loretta?
So Corrine, how did you find out about Parkview Services?
My landlord, he and I had discussed last year, actually, the possibility of buying the rental home that I was in. And I was kind of interested in it. And then I explained to him, I don't think that I'll be able to have the funds to do this. And he said, well, because of your son's disability, you could actually get down payment assistance, and here's the phone number and name of a local lender that I know that could tell you more about it. He didn't have any more information. He didn't have Parkview's name or anything, just that he had a personal contact of somebody that had told him that it was possible. And so he gave that information to me, and I just sat on it for a year. I had her contact information saved. And then I think it was the beginning of May, or possibly later part of April, I thought, I'm going to look into this, because I just kind of had a feeling, that I needed to. And so I contacted her, and she works at Banner Bank, and she said, yep, here's the name, Loretta Cael, Parkview Services, here's her phone number. And that's when I got into contact with you, Loretta, and then found out about the program.
Yes. Her name is Monica.
Yep. Monica. Yes. That's right.
Yes. And, and that's a wonderful community story that somebody who isn't able to use this program recommends to other people because they see the value in it. So that is really an amazing story. What kind of assistance did you receive from Parkview Services?
Well, I received like the big thing was the down payment assistance, which was I believe a total of 75,000 down for the down payment, and then a one-on-one counseling session with you, Loretta, which was extremely helpful. And then honestly, just on-call help whenever I needed it, whenever I had questions. I always knew that I had somebody to go to as my go-to person.
Wow, I can't believe that.
Oh, also, sorry, connecting me with you, June, because of the first time home buyers class. So Parkview also collaborated with you in order to make that class available. And I was able to take that, and that was really helpful.
Oh, so you took one of my class. What did
Yes.
you think about the class? Was it informative? Did that help?
Extremely. I just thought 5 hours for a class. How there's no way. But there was so much information that you gave to us that was invaluable. And yes, some of it I definitely forgot because it's just, you're overloaded with new information that has to do with buying a house, mortgage, like debt management, money management, all of that incorporated together because it all coalesces. But yeah, I would recommend that class to everyone.
I keep thinking as you're talking, I keep thinking, oh my gosh, for a home buyer, getting $75,000, a big deal, right? Because I know that if a lot of family, they don't have family to help them with $75,000. Right?
Right.
With no payment. I mean, you don't have a payment on that. Even if you go borrow or, beg, steal from your family, they might have to beg, borrow, steal and have a payment or whatever to help you out. This is no payment, which is unheard of. So that's why we're doing this video. Is I wanted to do this video to help Loretta to see if she can get more funding to help more people, because money just doesn't grow on trees, and we have to go shake the trees to try to, find money to help you and others as well. So
Right.
thank you for doing this video with us. What was the hardest or the easiest part of the journey?
I think that the hardest part was to decipher and determine who I needed to talk to for what, because I had a real estate agent, I had a lender, and with my lender, you, there were other people in play with that, underwriters and other staff and Loretta. So understanding who I needed to talk to about different things after I had put in the offer and it was accepted. That was the hardest part for me. But it kind of also goes into the easiest part, which was it didn't matter really who I went to talk to, even if they were the wrong person. They were extremely helpful and generous with their time to guide me through not only, oh, you need to talk to this person, but this is why you need to talk to this person and why that, and then it helped the whole process to make more sense to me.
Because there are a lot of people involved in the process, right? I mean, you have Kaylee, I mean, our team alone is like 4 or 5 people behind
Right.
this team. Loretta has her team, the title company, the escrow, there's just a amount of people just to pull your loan through. So I get that. And thank you for letting me know that, because now in my mind, maybe I can ease that process for the next client as well, make it a little bit easier to assist with that. So what advice would you give someone who is in your position? What advice would you give them as far as as a first-time home buyer? What do they need to know?
Just don't give up. If you don't understand, ask questions. That's huge. And also believe that it is possible. Because in our market right now, with the affordable crisis that we're in, a lot of people are just too discouraged to even try, to even make that first step. So I would just encourage, if you want to buy, look into it. And just continue to persevere through it, especially with this down payment assistance, because I honestly, without Parkview, I wouldn't have been able to buy a house. It is entirely because of Parkview that I have just purchased a home.
Well, not entirely. You did all the heavy lifting, Corrine. You got your credit score where it needed to be. You had your income, you had all your paperwork together. You were ready to go, and you listened, you paid attention to the things that you knew were going to be important to make this process as smooth as possible. So, put some credit on yourself. We were there to help you with some financial, but if you hadn't have done the work, took the class, asked the questions, you wouldn't be where you are right now. And you were able to get in at a lower interest rate. You were a half a point lower than a loan that we're closing in a couple of weeks because you got in when you did. And that was because you did have everything ready to go. So I want to just one last question for you. In Spokane, I know how difficult it is. Our incomes don't grow at the same pace as some in Western Washington, yet our housing prices were, you know, being priced as if we were making those kinds of wages.
Right.
And so for you to be able to purchase in Spokane was really exciting. And so, especially in your same zip code. So I did want to ask you what impact that has on you and your family.
Well, I think the main thing is the impact of you. Do you mean just in general being able to buy a house in this with income and affordability right now? Is that your question? Like what impact has that made?
Right. And long term, like having that permanent housing, never having to rent again.
Okay. Right. So I have my son and I have the security and the stability to know that this home is ours and we don't have to worry about getting pushed out because the landlords maybe just want to flip the house and sell it, which has actually happened quite a bit in Spokane. It's very unfortunate. It has caused families that wouldn't have been homeless or being pushed into a homeless situation. It's happening. And so we have now that security, that stability, and then just a home of our own to make lasting memories. And then the pride of ownership. That's huge for me because I can look at this home and say, this is mine. Right?
Yes. Yeah,
And
you did this.
on top of that, you're setting an example for your family too, that, hey, it's possible. So maybe the next generation or the next generation, they know it's possible. They don't even question, right? It just makes it, you're paving the path for generations to come in your family. So I think that's a huge accomplishment as well.
Oh, thank you.
And congratulations to you and your son. And I know it takes a village. Like you said, you've got family over there painting as we speak.
Yep.
So congratulations again. And remember, let people know about Parkview Services. And we're also here after you buy the house. So if anything ever comes up as housing counseling agency, that's what we do. We don't just help you get into the house, we help you stay there. So thank you again.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I just have so much gratitude and appreciation for both of you and all of those that helped that are behind the scenes too. I just appreciate all of you.
Thanks, Corrine.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.